Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 774th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. Russia has lost approximately 448,400 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 890 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 13 tanks, 24 armored combat vehicles, 40 artillery systems, 3 multiple launch rocket systems, 2 air defense systems, 40 drones, 1 cruise missile, 39 vehicles, and 3 pieces of special equipment. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. There were 67 combat engagements. The enemy launched a total of 6 missiles and 72 air strikes, carried out 39 multiple launch rocket system attacks on positions of Ukrainian troops and various settlements. The Ukrainian Air Force launched air strikes on 1 command post, 3 anti-aircraft missile systems, 1 communication tower, and 13 concentrations of troops of the occupiers. The Ukrainian missile forces hit 1 anti-aircraft missile system, 1 drone control post, 1 artillery system, and 3 concentrations of weapons and military equipment of the Russian invaders. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports there is a shortage of doctors in Russia, with district hospitals facing the worst hit. The number has gone up from 26,500 in November 2023 to 30,000 in April 2024. Some doctors left the country to avoid the draft after the mobilization of the Russian military in September 2022, and some are working in the private sector. The shortage is also due to increased workload and low pay. To address the shortage, Russia has been recruiting doctors from African nations with little validation of their qualifications. The war in Ukraine is negatively affecting the Russian healthcare system. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Ukrainian main military intelligence directorate head Lieutenant General Kirilo Budanov reported that Ukraine anticipates Russian offensive operations to intensify in late spring and early summer. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will meet with Chinese officials in China on April the 8th and 9th amid Western warnings that China is increasingly helping Russia's defense industrial base and even providing China with geospatial intelligence. Russian forces reportedly continue to systematically use prohibited chemical weapons in Ukraine and are attacking Ukrainian positions with chemical substances almost daily throughout the front line. Russian officials accused Ukraine of launching a series of drone strikes against the Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant on April 7, but the International Atomic Energy Agency did not attribute responsibility for the strikes. Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief Colonel General Alexander Syrsky openly condemned and is taking action following reports that members of Ukraine's security service, SBU, may have purposefully intimidated a Ukrainian journalist investigating corruption within the SBU by issuing the journalist a draft summons. Chieftain of the All-Russian Cossack Society and Deputy Chairman of the State Duma Committee on Nationalities Nikolai Deluda claimed on April 7 that more than 30,000 Cossack personnel have fought in Ukraine. Russian forces recently made confirmed advances near Avdiivka. In Zelensky's nightly video update, he covered several significant points. Firstly, his main focus was on the urgent need for greater air defense systems in Ukraine, especially in Kharkiv, which is under constant bombardment. He emphasizes that stronger air defense in Ukraine now would benefit all of Europe in the long run. Secondly, he spoke about maintaining international support for Ukraine despite a busy year with elections and other global conflicts. Lastly, he expressing gratitude to multiple Ukrainian brigades fighting on the front line. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.